TAVARES Taylor, better known as Lil Reese, is in critical condition this hour.
3 people were shot on the near north side this morning. One of them, rapper Lil Reese.
Hey, look at Reese.
What up? Fuck y'all.
Better not catch that boy outside. Better not catch that boy outside. That boy scared, don't come outside. Come outside. Come outside. They throw rocks. They go.
The Chiraq Grim Reaper. If you don't know who that is, it's rapper Lil Reese. Born TAVARES Taylor, Lil Reese grew up on the south side of Chicago, and by the time he was 5, he reportedly was a member of the BD, which is the Black Disciples gang. So if that isn't a sign of the lifestyle that Lil Reese would lead in his later years, well, I don't know what is. Throughout the years, starting in 2010, Lil Reese would have many run-ins with the law. Before we chronicle his impressive criminal record, let's discuss what he should be focusing on. That is what made him famous in the first place, his music. In 2012, Lil Reese was featured on Chief Keef's single, I Don't Like, which peaked at 73 on the Billboard Hot 100. Later that year, Lil Reese released his first of 6 mixtapes titled Don't Like. In November 2012, Lil Reese's song Us was remixed with Rick Ross and Drake. This caught the eye of producer No ID, which led him to signing a record deal with Def Jam. A few other big songs for Lil Reese are Traffic, which features Young Jeezy and Twista, and the Jules Santana song Bodies, which he's featured on. Of course, being from the south side of Chicago, Lil Reese is a prominent figure in the drill hip-hop movement, which has had him often associated with the likes of Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and the late Fredo Santana. For those who aren't too familiar with what drill music is, it's a form of trap hip-hop that originated in the south side of Chicago in 2010. Drill hip-hop is defined by its dark, violent, and rebellious lyrical content and ominous trap-influenced beats. So if you're wondering how Lil Reese got the nickname Chiraq Grim Reaper, don't worry, I'm about to tell you. YouTuber DJ Academics constantly covers the drill rap scene in Chicago, and he's the one who coined the nickname Chiraq Grim Reaper. He gave Lil Reese this name because, according to DJ Academics, every time Lil Reese tweeted one of his opponent's names, they ended up dead. So, with all that info out of the way, let's discuss Lil Reese's long criminal record. As I stated earlier, Lil Reese's legal troubles started in 2010 when he was only 17 years old. He was arrested on burglary charges where he was sentenced to 2 years of probation. On October 24, 2012, a video was posted on the internet that showed Lil Reese allegedly assaulting a woman. Later in 2013, someone filed a criminal complaint and a warrant was issued for Lil Reese's arrest. Then on April 28, 2013, a police officer spotted Lil Reese sleeping in his car. He woke Lil Reese up and arrested him. Lil Reese was hit with 3 charges: criminal trespass to a residence with persons present, battery, and mob action, which resulted from the video incident. But Lil Reese wasn't done yet. Only 8 months later, he was arrested once again and charged with motor vehicle theft after he failed to show proof of ownership for the BMW 750 Li that he was driving. These charges were later dropped. Less than a month later, on July 13, 2013, Lil Reese was arrested and charged with possession of an illegal substance and violating his probation. About a year after his arrest on July 27, 2014, Lil Reese was arrested and charged with a felony of a firearm for allegedly trying to conceal a loaded weapon. And if you think I'm done, not yet. On January 30th, 2016, Lil Reese was arrested and charged with indirect criminal contempt. For those of you who don't know, indirect criminal contempt is the violation of a court order outside of the immediate presence of the court. We're not really sure what Lil Reese violated, but whatever it was, it got him arrested. Lil Reese's final arrest happened in May 2018. The Chicago Police Department, along with the FBI, raided Lil Reese's apartment. The police recovered over $2,200 of an illegal substance, a digital scale, and a bundle of cash. Lil Reese was ultimately charged with felony drug charges. So as you can see, Lil Reese stays busy in all the wrong ways in the mean streets of Chicago, and those mean streets are unforgiving for anyone, including Lil Reese. Stay tuned to discover some dangerous encounters Lil Reese has been through. Lil Reese's life was in serious jeopardy on November 11, 2019. According to the police report, while Lil Reese drove through the streets of Chicago, a man dressed in a gray hooded sweatshirt exited a light-colored sedan and fired approximately 24 rounds with an AK-47 assault rifle at Lil Reese's vehicle. Lil Reese was ultimately hit in the neck by a bullet, and the gunman jumped back into their vehicle and sped off.
TAVARES Taylor, better known as Lil Reese, is in critical condition this hour at Advocate Christ Medical Center with a gunshot wound to the neck.
To say the rapper was targeted by a gunman who pursued him through traffic, opening fire with a small rifle at a busy intersection.
Lil Reese got out of his vehicle and flagged down the car behind him, asking for help. That Good Samaritan drove Lil Reese to the Advocate South Suburban Hospital. There, Lil Reese underwent surgery on his neck. The injury to Lil Reese's neck messed up his voice. At first, he couldn't speak at all. Now he can, but it's got a distinct screech to it that wasn't there before.
I don't do that. I don't do interviews and nothing like that. So it's hard for people to know who I am because I don't do interviews and I don't be in the camera like that.
Even though he couldn't speak, Lil Reese was very vocal on his social media following the shooting. He posted a photo of the scar on his neck on Instagram, and on Twitter he tweeted that he'd need $1 million to tell his story. Shortly after, he also tweeted that he just recorded a song called 16 Shots where he whispers, "I can't talk right." To show how seemingly unfazed Lil Reese was about the incident, only about a week after the shooting, he released a track titled "Come Outside." Even with this confidence, Lil Reese did show signs of concern. He tweeted, "I've been waking up 6 a.m. every day checking to see if my voice back." He wrote, "I pray this just come overnight." Many people thought this might be a wake-up call for Lil Reese to move out of the south side of Chicago and get out of the gang life, but sadly, Lil Reese has yet to do this. And because of not leaving, just recently in May 2021, Lil Reese has found himself in yet another shooting. On May 15th, Lil Reese and 2 other men were confronted over a stolen vehicle in a parking garage. A man tracked the GPS in his son's car, leading them to Lil Reese, who was with the stolen vehicle. At first, the report was that Lil Reese, along with these other men, stole the vehicle and the man who tracked the son's car opened fire on them. But it's now been learned that Lil Reese had nothing to do with the stolen vehicle. In fact, Lil Reese met up with these other men to buy some drugs. The man did track his son's vehicle through GPS, but this is where things get a little strange. The man wasn't the one who opened fire at Lil Reese. In fact, reports are saying another person, not related to the vehicle owners, approached and he opened fire on Lil Reese. The vehicle with Lil Reese inside sped off and crashed. The men with Lil Reese inside the car then returned fire on the gunman. All 3 men were hit by the gunfire. Lil Reese was grazed on the eye by a bullet and another man was shot in the knee. They were both listed as fair to good condition. The 3rd man in the vehicle was hit multiple times in the torso and he was listed in critical condition.
3 people were shot on the near north side this morning. One of them rapper Lil Reese.
He was grazed by a bullet, and this is not the first time Lil Reese has been the victim of gunfire. He was also shot in 2019.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a farther update. Thursday, May 20th, Lil Reese finally broke his silence. He spoke to the public for the first time since the shooting in a tweet. Lil Reese tweeted, "I'm good. I'm not blind or shit. Don't believe what you seen on the internet. I don't even know where the fuck they getting all these fake ass stories from." The next day, Lil Reese took to Twitter to tweet, "Every time I feel like my back against the wall, I come out in better position, so I ain't tripping." It looks like Lil Reese is gonna be okay, and for that, we are grateful. But if his tweets are a sign, it looks like this incident may not change him. Just like the shooting incident in 2019, Lil Reese will probably stay in Chicago, and he's probably gonna stay active in the streets. Make sure you watch one of the videos on your screen. Peace.